What's going on, guys? Welcome to Destiny Unplugged. I am Soldier Only. I'm actually recording this a day later than I usually do. Today is actually Friday, May 5th, instead of the usual Thursday that I do this. I was having some technical issues yesterday, so doing this a day later, but nonetheless, we'll get right into it. First things first, it's actually somewhat of a good thing that we're doing this a day later because I can report on this article that recently came out today, actually on Express. Uh, Destiny 2 release date features for PC as new PS4 and Xbox One content plans revealed. When the Destiny 2 release date rolls around this summer on PC, Bungie are expecting to show off a few new features that won't be included on PS4 and Xbox One. There are obvious differences between games on PC and those on PS4 and Xbox One that extend beyond just graphics. Until recently, mods were only found on the PC platform, and while this had changed a little on some games, there are still plenty of other features that don't cross the divide. And it has now been confirmed that when the Destiny 2 release date rolls around, each version of the game will be different in their own ways. Activision CEO Eric Hirshberg spoke more on the subject during a recent earnings report for the company, teasing that the Destiny 2 PC version will have its own tailored ideas. He said, quote, "We are committed to delivering meaningful features that are bespoke for the PC community," end quote. Hirschberg also revealed more on Bungie's content plans post-launch, touching on the fact that fans were left frustrated with the lack of new things happening on the original title. He said, quote, "Destiny's engagement has been the best in Activision's history. We now have a lot of confidence that we're going to be able to keep up with demand with that steady stream of content and sort of keep pace with our players' engagement post-release of Destiny 2. As you know, with Destiny 2's content, we're coupling Bungie's great visionary leadership with multiple AAA developers that have a proven track record here at Activision to help us make sure we have just one great piece of content after another to keep the community engaged," end quote. It follows Bungie dropping a big clue about the direction of the upcoming PS4, Xbox One, and PC game. I don't know. Bungie has issued I know what they meant by on this article now. Bungie has issued invitations to the upcoming Destiny 2 gameplay live stream on. They have May 19th, but it's actually May 18th. That's a typo. In addition to showing off new gameplay footage, the developer will use the event to reveal more about the Destiny 2 beta and when it will take place. But fans will also be hoping to find out more about the story and setting. Maybe speak for themselves, because I don't want too many story spoilers. I would be fine if we don't learn anything more about the narrative. I would be totally fine with that, but I do want to see learn, like kind of about the open world, how, I want to learn about the gameplay mechanics, not necessarily the actual plot or narrative in it. In addition to showing off new gameplay footage, the developer will use the event to reveal more about the Destiny. Okay, I already said that, sorry. But fans, the invitations may have given us our first big clue, as Bungie welcomes attendees to a world without light. This could be a hint about what we can expect from the story, and also suggests that light will no longer be the way in which players power up and grow stronger. And that's pretty much the article right there. And that is actually one thing I needed to mention, because I haven't mentioned that yet on Destiny Unplugged. That I think it was last weekend, I think it was around last weekend. Larger like Destiny content creators they got these packages in the mail, and as the article said, they were invitations to the May 18th gameplay reveal live stream event, and it had this card on it, that said, "Welcome to a world without light." I actually touched a little bit on this on Sports Nerd Web Weekly back on Tuesday. Which I think it's very interesting. Obviously, I think it's pretty safe to assume that, like this article said, obviously I think we're going to be getting our power in a different way, which if you've read the Grimoire cards and kind of know some of the Destiny lore, there is some races out there and some other factions and stuff that have used all alternate methods to wield light and power and things like that. I think it's like the Ahamkara or the Nine. Tolan, I think, has been. I really need to dust up on my Destiny lore, but I think it's awesome that this May 18th gameplay reveal now, it's much clearer now that this is actually a huge event. I mean, for the most part, I think most of the community was just expecting it to be, the usual, just small live stream right along with them in their live stream studio, with Deej and maybe a couple other the developers just showing us some stuff. But now it's actually at a theater in Hawthorne, California, which you also have to wonder if that's some kind of coincidence, because there's been this thing going around about a character in Destiny 2 named Hawthorne. And that's actually the bag that you get, that you see in the collector's edition for Destiny 2. That's actually Hawthorne's bag from the game. So maybe me personally, I kind of have a feeling that is just too much of a coincidence to not be something. So I think that we'll probably hear something more about Hawthorne at this event. I'm I'm stoked for this event. I cannot wait for it. I can't wait to see what we're gonna find out. Like I said, I hope that we don't really learn too much more about the actual story. I don't really want to be spoiled too much on the narrative, especially since Bungie has made it very clear that they are focusing a lot on the cinematic quality of Destiny 2 and the narrative. And I wonder if they're even going to have like a grimoire feature again. Like, I'm fine with the grimoire. I don't mind the fact that you can get lore outside of the game. I think that's actually awesome. But I think you also obviously have to have more lore and more story and more narrative in the actual game. So I think it'd be good. I think it'd be awesome, really, if in Destiny 2, it obviously has a much better narrative, much better story, more cinematics, something along the lines like Mass Effect, but then you would still have the Grimoire. You would still have this place to get additional backstory and lore for those people that really like the lore, and they can go out and get it. Um, so I'm wondering what they're gonna do with the Grimoire and stuff for Destiny 2. Um, and then as far as this article goes about each different version, each different platform having a different features of the game, I'm kind of, I haven't been a fan of the whole exclusive, between the PS4 and Xbox versions already. I haven't been a fan of that to begin with. Now the PC is going to be getting certain features that the other platforms won't. I'm just not a fan of it. Obviously, I get the business point of it. I get why Sony, would spend all this money, sign these big deals to have exclusivity on their platform. I'm not oblivious to the business side of things. It's not that. It's just, as a consumer, it sucks. Yeah, and I know I'm wearing a PlayStation shirt right now. Sue me. I'm an all-around gamer. I have PS4 Pro, Xbox One, and PC. I love them all equal. So, um, I as long as the features aren't something major, then it's okay. If it's a couple, maybe cosmetic items or something, maybe. But in Destiny 1, the PS4 exclusive, you had, there was actually an exclusive map, exclusive weapons. Even to this day, right now, Destiny has been out. We're going on like 3 years. There is still some exclusive content that the Xbox players still to this day have not seen, and they're not supposed to be getting until pretty much around the time Destiny 2 even comes out. That's even if they ever get it at all. Period. So I'm kind of not really thrilled to be hearing this. Now that the PC version is supposedly is going to have some different features. I mean, like it says in this article, it says that, Eric Hirschberg said, I don't want to misquote him, so let me pull this up real quick. He said, where did it go? Okay, he said, quote, "We're committed to delivering meaningful features that are bespoke for the PC community," end quote. So if it's something that, he said it's something that are bespoke for the PC community. So if it's something that makes the game better, and it's something that you could really, if it's utilizing only something that only PC has, then I can kind of see that. Like I said, just as long as it's not some major piece of content. I hate it when it's like weapons or maps or something like that that the other platforms don't get. You know what I mean? So I guess we're pretty much just gonna have to wait and see to see what these meaningful features are that the PC version is going to have that the other platforms won't. So we're going to have to see. But moving right along, we'll actually get into this week's TWAB, this week at Bungie. It's from Deej. This week at Bungie, we are feeling supercharged. The Destiny gameplay reveal event is likely on your mind. It's certainly on ours. We have 2 short weeks to get ready to put on a show. The venue is booked, our presenters have been chosen, invitations are still going out. Soon the stage will be set. This is an exciting time for us. If internet chatter is to be believed, some of you are excited as well. The only thing better than showing off some of our hard work is letting the world storm into the final product. But we are getting way ahead of ourselves. First, we have to show you what we've been up to inside our studio. Then begins a whole summer of moments when you'll learn more or even play for yourself. This is the beginning of a journey, and you are all invited to take the first step with us. And that is all we have to say about Destiny 2 this week. Project Mayhem. The Iron Lords have a project in store for you next week. They want you to help them add some mayhem to the Crucible. That's right. Iron Banner is back. It will begin Tuesday, May 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific, and it will end the following Tuesday on May 16th at 2 a.m. Pacific. The game this month is Mayhem Clash. That's right. For the first time ever, Iron Banner will be set up for maximum supercharge. Bring your abilities and hunger for endgame loot. Check out the spoils. And it looks like we have pulse rifles and machine guns. And then for the armor, it looks like it's chest pieces and legs. Boots, whatever you want to call it. Not only does your light count, but you'll wield it as a weapon more than you ever have in Iron Banner. Form up a dream team of guardians and make some plans to meet up at Fellwinter Peak. If you don't have one, introduce yourself. Before your next adventure begins in worlds that are unknown to you, there are still battles to be won in the world you have protected these past few years. If waiting for more news about Destiny 2 has you anxious, channel some of that energy in the arena. Okay, and then it has, let's see, the What's Up Doc, the Destiny Operations Center. Destiny doesn't sit still. Our game is in a perpetual state of evolution, and even if we only consider the Guardians who are always perfecting their violent craft, we always have a plan to support the game you're playing. Sometimes those plans change. When they do, we have Destiny player support to keep us up to date. It says we're currently in the process of rescheduling this downtime. So the next server maintenance, okay, so there was a server maintenance scheduled for Thursday the 4th, so yesterday, and it has been postponed. So it says they're currently in the process of rescheduling the downtime. So it looks like even at this time they still don't have a solid time for the next one. So I guess we'll have to stay tuned for that. And then the Bungie bounty this week is Bosamus, I'm thinking, from Qatar, which is 11 a.m. Pacific today on May 5th. The console's PS4 and the playlist is Clash. This is the calm before the storm, friends. In 2 weeks, you won't be reading this weekly update. You'll be talking to each other about what you saw. I'm holding on to those details for now. As much as I love this weekly ritual, I won't borrow from the moment we are really waiting for to give us more to talk about now. We always hurt the ones we love, and I know it hurts. I'm the least patient person you know, and I have more reasons to be excited. I know what's behind the curtain. Soon. Deej out. Deej is so good at getting us anxious and hyped, for that. And like he said here in the TWAB, is that we are 2 weeks away from the gameplay reveal event. Yep, and the only really real news, obviously, for this week's TWAB is that Iron Banner, for the first time ever, Iron Banner is going to be Mayhem Clash, which I'm actually stoked for because I do play a lot of the Mayhem Clash and Mayhem match types. So I'm pretty stoked. Actually, last Iron Banner, for the first time ever, I got all 3 characters to rank 5. And not only that, I raised my light level quite substantially on all 3 characters. And pretty much all 3 characters are pretty much around the 396 to 398 range. So probably this time I'm gonna go for it again and try and get all 3 characters to level 5 again. And I think I should probably be able to get my characters to 400. Maybe. We'll have to see. So obviously I'll be streaming all of this, so if you want to check it out sometime, stop by twitch.tv/soldieronly. I stream every day, Monday through Friday, starting at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and on the weekends usually starting around noon Mountain Standard Time. And also Monday through Friday at the beginning of all my streams, I have a segment called Daily Dose where I pick whatever hot topic's going around and we discuss it. And if you're in chat, feel free to type in chat, your thoughts on the topic we're having, and I'll read it out loud and include it on the show. If you don't catch them live, you can always check them out on the YouTube channel at Sports Nerd Web. I archive all of them as well. And that's going to do it for this week of Destiny Unplugged. Hit that thumbs up button if you like the video. Sub to the channel for more content and to check out all the past episodes. We will see you in the next one, Guardians. Cheers.